Welcome to this video on a description from Beyond Premiere. As we await for episode 8 of Better Call Saul season 6, we're getting more information on this episode as well as what we can expect from part 2 or part B of season 6. The recent information that we have regarding Brian and Jesse coming back to Better Call Saul is something that we're looking forward to. Which episode it is and how everything is gonna form together, that is a bigger question. We can expect to be a flashback going from what we know, but talking about this, Brian revealed details on the process and how he filmed it 1 year and a half ago. Here's that short clip.
But I'm going to Better Call Saul. I have an appearance on Better Call Saul. Aaron and I shot this episode a year and a half ago.
Fun was that?
It has
to
be kind of fun.
Yeah,
You feel like you're in the witness protection.
I have a theory that I will go ahead and discuss in a moment. Now, we also have a teaser, which we see the Kim's oath hinting on what may happen. This could be a flashback as well, where we see the character of Chuck and Howard doing that event during that day where she became a lawyer and did the oath. So that's something that we can expect as well as a flashback. We also have a new teaser where we hear Mike saying, now what to do with you. This may refer to him taking care of Howard's body and what they're going to do with that body. Going from this teaser, they are in the super lab, so maybe, and they're going to go ahead and bring that Howard's body to the basement lab, and they're going to go ahead and bury that underground. So that's what we can expect from this teaser. So let's see what happens with that. Now, jumping into some interviews that we have, the composer of the show did an interview, and he said the following information on Brian and Aaron returning. He says that convergence between the two worlds will come full circle in the final 6 episodes. Back in April of this year, what many fans have been wondering since Saul was first announced is Brian and Aaron would indeed reprise their iconic characters of Walter White and Jesse in the show. He says the following: I can only point to what Mr. Golds has said. Porter says when asked about the mysterious circumstances surrounding their return in the final batch of 6 episodes, he said, I would not want to say more than that, other than to say that in the fashion which they're very good at doing this, it feels very organic and very satisfying. He continues saying, I know they're not gonna just throw in Walt and Jesse just to do it. Paul told me over the phone last year. It has to make sense and it's gonna be honest. It cannot be gimmicky and out of left field and seem very cheesy at all. But if anyone's gonna figure out a way to do it, it's them. So if they can come knocking on my door, of course. Vince gave me my career and everything that I have, so I will follow him into the burning bush, that's for sure. Before we get there, however, Jimmy's origin story must first come to a close. If you're anything like me, you're still processing the mid-season finale, which ended with a literal bang as Lalo murders Howard in cold blood. Jimmy and Kim's win over ruining Mr. Hamlin's professional reputation devolves into utter horror as the two worlds of this show have become inextricably linked, Porter says. He concludes by saying, I'm only a few episodes ahead of where you guys are in terms of what's aired, but I will say that Better Call Saul is like nothing I have ever worked on. Even Breaking Bad, he concludes. It has consistently felt like a new movie every week, and of course there's a lot of connections that get made to the powerful backstory and universe that we have created, but there's also totally new challenges every week, and I think that is feeling like it's gonna be especially true in the second part of this final season. How everything will wrap is a big question. In an interview with EW, Arya described how the show intertwines with Breaking Bad with the term Rashomon effect. I will say it's not just specific to faces and places. It is also storylines from Breaking Bad and understanding the peripheral parts of some of them. Some of the Rashomon effect of what's going on. The effect is a term coined after a classic Japanese film by the same name. The film depicts various people describing the murder of a samurai in a forest, each unreliable telling of events revealing the character of those telling the story. The film is known for a plot device that involves various characters providing subjective, alternative, and contradictory versions of the same incident. There have been plenty of ideas on how Walt and Jesse can return to the show, but it makes sense that we can see that event of Breaking Bad from the perspective of Saul. That will make the show full circle. Let's see which episode it is and how it's going to be connected. Keeping in mind, some of the blog comments about Walt and Jesse's return. Here's one of that with Aaron Paul that said the following. So I'm excited that we did what and how we did. I think people are going to be thrilled about it. I've been told that Walt and Jesse's return is done in a very unexpected way. He says, yeah, to be honest, I'm such a fan of Better Call Saul that I just did not initially see how they're gonna do it. But of course, leave it to Vince and Peter and the rest of the writers to come up with a perfect way. It's fun, and I think people are going to be excited. Now, going to the last interview with Rhea in Variety, she said the following.
Does Kim die?
Does Kim die? I love it when people ask me that on the street. I love that people think of her as a three-dimensional person. I can't answer that, obviously. I can't. I think that being worried about Kim is warranted.
She also said maybe the question is not whether Kim dies, but what happens if she doesn't. That is not the only tragic end. So maybe we're going to see the ending of that relationship that they built, this being Kim and Jimmy. Now, we also saw recently Bob had another interview where he said the following.
So I'm used to going away and coming back to Saul. So this is the first time I won't be coming back to Saul. I think what's going to impact me is to watch the finale. I know what happens, obviously, and yet somehow I think I need to see it to really go, oh, this story is ending. I see that. I know what happens, and I know it's going to be a great, great ending.
Now, in the Tribeca Festival, Bob has teased a new character that is going to be showing up in the other half of this season. He has teased that character, so let's go ahead and hear what he had to say.
I can't tell you because it would give away a surprise for the final episodes. All I'm saying is, in the last 6 episodes, there's a new character played by an actor will blow your mind. Great, great actor, a classic of all time who joins this universe. I know there's lots of great stuff happening that you can't even picture. There's a character coming along, a new character, a scenario that's so cool, and it's played by one of the great actors of our day. I won't tell you.
So what are your thoughts on that information? Leave your comments below. I'm really excited for the next episode, episode 8. I read the plot leak. I'm not gonna show it here because I'm oppressed with AMC, so that will ruin my reputation. But still, I read it and it's insane what's gonna happen. So yeah, just keep on watching those teasers and start putting things together. Anyways, my name is Christian from Beyond Premiere, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye, everyone.